I've been getting asked a little bit now about the podcast. I say the podcast has been a little bit of traction now. People checking it out, they seeing what's going on, and I think people have been asking like, what was the motivation behind it, where the name come from, and stuff like that. So I said today we could take a little time to address some of those questions. You know what I'm saying? Give a little background about the pod itself, and then we'll dive into some I think some cool topics later. So our voice of reason. You wasn't hearing the conception of the pod, but yeah. Well, technically, you wasn't in a forced conversation, but he's our dogs. You pretty much hearing all our kind of
Yeah,
conversation.
right,
But
right.
now that you is the resident voice now, what would you say is your vision? Why you decide to even command the pod with us? Why you passionate about talking about some of the things we're talking about in the first place?
I mean, obviously, the first reason to be on the pod, I was good to, chat with the fellas, the bros. It was always a good time. So, I mean, if we have something at least once a week, we get to shoot the breeze, talk about something serious, or share our advice. It's always a good reason. That's one of the main reasons I decided to hop on the pod. Um, Next reason, obviously, a different point of view. All of us, have our own points on it. So, I feel like it got, some stability to some of you guys' of our thoughts. And you know, I also like the communication factor. So I like, being on a hunt for different guests, to shed light on different things that are happening, whether here or abroad. Just bring different voices to the pod, so to broaden our perspective on certain things, or to maybe change a few minds along the way. So that's my input on the pod. That's why I'm part of it. Come shoot podcast crew.
Facts, facts. For those who don't know, Brian is our talent acquisition person. So if you hear from Brian reaching out, he's speaking on behalf of Come True Podcast. He's speaking on behalf of the team. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna roll with what he's saying going. You know what I'm saying? We ain't stepping on my boy toes at all. So look out for a DM, man. Look out for a DM from the game. Fire right talk to us, man.
Man, for the longest, I wanted to have a platform to express my views on a lot of topics, personal experiences, what I've learned from them, and just my perspective on different things. Uh, Originally, I wanted to do a blog, but I was like, God damn, that's like homework every friggin' other day having to type out shit. Then I was thinking about a vlog, but I was like, I don't know. I don't necessarily want to go do a vlog or anything like that. And then just, I'm a TikTok scroll. I enjoy TikTok. So just seeing the different pods and the conversations that they're having and just the vibe and the energy of it with people just feeding off of each other. I was saying, okay, a part is what I want to do. And while I was away with my daughter originally in Miami for her health issues, I was like, I ain't have nothing better. Let me get all this equipment together. Let me get everything ready to get this thing going so that it, we could really just kick off when we get home. Well, when I get home. Originally, it was just me. I brainstormed a bunch of random names, but I wanted it to be related to the VI, but not necessarily just VI alone. So I can make a come true in Jacksonville, not Jacksonville, Fort Lauderdale, and I was just going through a bunch of names, and come true was the one we have really like, and it was. And for those that don't know, come true is really us saying come through, but with our accent, it sounds like come true. And then just with a little wordplay, we change it from through to true because I wanted the pod to really be about people bringing their authentic selves, being real, just bringing their genuine opinions and things. No sugarcoating, no acting for anybody, just really just bringing yourself to have real conversations between people. And then, of course, from there, where when you come down the other day, we had these conversations just talking, and we was like, yo, why not merge these minds coming together and do this thing together? And hey, from there, we're born now. So
Hey, the
I had
fuck
to do
we
a
here?
few
We here.
episodes by myself, and it was just a little weird doing the pod alone. talking to myself because it really did sound like I was just talking to myself. And then when you're talking by yourself, at least for me, when I was doing the pod, it I was like creating a voice that wasn't mine, and it was just really awkward. So like hearing the playback, it was just so cringy, and I was like, nah. So those that never get posts, and then good thing you have come down a few days after that, and we just start just talking, and that came up, and the rest is history.
True, true, true. For me, similar path. I actually have recorded some episodes myself. I was doing interviews. So originally the idea of me getting into podcasting was I wanted to be able to share the stories of entrepreneurs of different levels and what it took for them to get there so that people could be able to come to the platform and see and learn and be able to replicate some of the stuff to help them progress in life. For me, my whole life mission is to be able to influence a bunch of people to progress in their life, to live happier, to live healthier, just to build a mind up, whatever the case may be. My end goal is to be like a life coach, a business coach. So I recorded those two videos with interviews. I won't redo them here in the battle, but when we have come true. I never really put them out. And then I think Mountain and Chris, shout out to with the green. That man linked me to do Cause and Cause podcast, the sports podcast. So now I start doing the podcast with them, and I kind of build up my confidence with just talking, and I like, you know what, this can kind of cool. I could really get behind this. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause you never know how something gonna be until you start really training. You know what I'm saying? So like, this is pretty dope. I could do this, introduce her to the platform to use and stuff. So then I was looking for hosts. I was actually looking for people to say, I didn't want to do it myself neither. I don't want to sit down here and talk to myself. Also, for those who know me, I don't put videos, but a lot of my best content that come through discussions with other people. You know what I'm saying? I think there's a lot of pressure to just sit here and just okay, pick out some dope bars, so shit, whatever you want to call it. I don't just get mine black. But when I talk to other people, it's like, all right, it could flow a lot easier. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
So then, like you shared, went home for carnival, invite the man to the beach. The man was supposed to bring his whole family. The man just come by
I
himself.
didn't get a memo, guys. I didn't read between the lines. Sorry.
So we sit on there by KMB and start to just talk about, I forget what topic we're talking about, but we started talking about some topics. And you know what, man, this is why we needed the podcast to talk about these things. Not because we think our opinion is necessarily right, but just to start certain conversations, just to be able to spark something in people. And like Tafara was sharing, I'm Brian, to be able to like share our different experiences and hopefully somebody latch on to something that help them get through whatever they get through, as well as us. Like Brian was saying, we're gonna have some guests that's coming here who have their own experiences. So it's a opportunity to network, an opportunity for us to learn from other people's experience. We may have a therapist and here, we may have a musician and here. We don't know who will come and here. You know what I'm saying? And it gave us a lot of exposure to a different kind of people. And then I was good to be able to talk to my dogs them on a weekly basis about whatever the hell going on in our life. And like Fire I said, come true is real, man. I wasn't there for the creation of the name, but it's a fire name, like Fire I say, man. I didn't want to be a part of nothing with Pie. It's like we on skin and teeth and hiding like the true stories. Like we keeping it as real as we possibly can without like pouring people personal business out there that don't want to be out there. Like for us, if we tell a story, it's a real story. We may not say the real names, but trust is a real story. We giving y'all our real raw thoughts. We're gonna be on this part open to changing our mind. We might be strong in one thing, and by the end of the part, we have a whole different take on it. You know what I'm saying? So just want to build a
Right.
community to be able to rock out, man. And we taking over the VA, man. I hear all this talk with the big tree. Man, you know who the big tree podcast is? Oh, damn, boy. Come true, come in two to six, shake up the place, man. What gang nine? Nah, man, we looking forward to doing some collaborations with other different podcasts that's out there. No real like, I don't think we really had a monetary goal or anything like that. We really just kind of went to a place for us to sit down here and chat. To be honest,
Yeah,
and like
really and truly. And to connect to people.
straight up, straight up.